Well, good morning everyone, and I'm here with a Guild guitar today. Thought I'd show you this instrument. It's not mine, I'm borrowing it. It's a Guild model that's been discontinued. It's called the Guild D for Dreadnought 260E Deluxe. Beautiful sounding, and it has a solid top at that. You know, these things are discontinued, like I said, but you know, you can still find them. You can buy them new for about $500 if you shop around. I saw some used ones for about $400, but that's a solid top Dreadnought that's built very well and sounds awesome. And it has a laminated back and side, but this is a striped ebony. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that back. It's not just a regular back, it's arched. And that makes a big difference in projecting sound. I mean, if you were to take this thing, let's see if let's do it. That's drop D. Listen to that. Isn't that beautiful? Listen to that ring. $500. Can you imagine that? Beautiful Guild D260E. It's a full-size Dreadnought. We're looking at about 15.5 inches across here, a little bit more than that, and about a little over 4.5, you know, in terms of the depth of it. So it's full size. It's, you know, a little hard for me to wrap around, but I love that sound. Isn't that beautiful? You're looking at a guitar with a 1/11/16 nut, so it's a slim nut. And so that when you're playing up the fingerboard, it's just very, very comfortable. I can wrap my thumb around here and play with it. It's very, very comfortable. I like that kind of a nut. It also has a radius of about 16. Well, it is 16. Meaning that the fingerboard is a little flatter than most. 16 is pretty typical on some of these. I think Taylor uses 16, but don't quote me because I'm not sure. But they say that 16 is good for people that like to play like regular just notes and maybe finger style. And if you're chording, they say maybe a lower radius, like a 12 or 14 would be better. It's a little more curved. And so when you go to bar and things, it's a little more natural. You know, I don't know. I like both. And I have noticed the difference when I'm playing sometimes, but you adjust. But this is a 16 radius. And it has a high gloss on the finish. It comes with a pickup in it. I mean, that's amazing. You can see the controls inside, just inside the sound hole. It's a Fishman Sonicore. I'm playing through it right now. I haven't plugged into a wireless system out to a Bose. And so I'm using that system, and it sounds really good. But I also have a microphone in front of me, mostly to pick up my voice, but I know it's picking up some of the guitar as well. Most of the sound you hear when I'm playing is the Fishman. Yeah. So Guild is now owned by Yamaha. That's of last year. You know, they've kind of been around. I think Fender's owned them. Cordoba's was the last one to own them. I remember when they, you know, I think they were building them on the East Coast when I was younger. And they were very, very well known, and still are, for their 12 strings. their 12-string acoustics were just absolutely amazing. In fact, if you were going to buy a 12-string, you thought Guild back in the 70s. It's like, get a Guild. They really know what they're doing. But their guitars are kind of known to be built like tanks. I mean, they're just very solid. But this one's made in China. It's not made in the United States. They do make some in the USA now still, but in Southern California. But it doesn't matter where this one's made. It just sounds awesome. It does have a plastic saddle and plastic pins. I think it has micarta for the nut. But this needs to be changed out because it'll actually make a difference, I think, in the way it sounds and its projection. So I'm going to be making some adjustments on this. I also noticed that out of the bag, there's never been any adjustments made on this. It was purchased in a sale from one of the major companies, and so it hasn't been adjusted, and the action's real high. That's real typical. When you get a guitar, the action's high, you really need to just get it adjusted. Get it adjusted to what you're comfortable with. If you feel like, you press down and it's just, you can feel that resistance, get somebody to set it up for you, because it's probably a perfectly good guitar. It just needs to be set up. And I think a lot of these companies leave it high so you can decide what you want. If you can see that saddle, it's up really high. It needs to come down. So once I bring that saddle down, just a small amount, like 0.04 inch, just a hair, bring that down. Maybe make a slight adjustment on the truss rod. This thing is it's just gonna be amazing. I mean, I can feel it vibrate, just this. But for $500, you can't beat it. And you can still buy them. They're on Amazon. They're on Musician's Friend. They're still out there. They're just recently discontinued. So if you want a really good dreadnought and you don't have a lot of money, this is the time to check these out and get one of those discontinued models. You won't be sad at all about it. It's just awesome. So there you have it. Guild Dreadnought 260E Deluxe. Beautiful, beautiful striped ebony back and sides. And this solid piece of spruce that's very pretty on the top. Okay, I hope you have a great day out there, and thanks for listening in.